we're talking about one of my favorite superfoods, artichokes. Hey, Sophie here in my kitchen. So as a board-certified nutritionist, I am obsessed with all the different foods in the plant-based kingdom that help to prevent chronic disease, age-proof your body, and help you to reach and maintain your ideal healthy weight for life. Win-win, when you know how. Win-win with plants. Remember, when you're eating a whole food as opposed to a nutrient that is extracted and isolated from that food, you're consuming the micronutrients in a food matrix, meaning that all the compounds in said food work together to provide the health benefits. So I'm all about food first. So let's talk about artichokes. Now, they're in season in North America, March through May, and they may have another little sort of short season in the fall. Oh my gosh, I have tried growing them in my backyard here in Los Angeles and I think I just didn't have enough light field space to really make the most of it, probably not the right soil either. And I wound up with these two tiny artichokes after a lot of labor and love. So now I buy them from the farmer's market when in season. I just can't get enough of them. Or when not in season, I purchase artichoke hearts in jars or frozen. Artichoke hearts are so great frozen. So regardless, I eat them almost every week, and here's 10 reasons why. You might want to too. Number one, they're a low-fat, low-calorie source of 13 critical vitamins and minerals, all working together in this beautiful food matrix. Number two, natural plant chemicals, phytochemicals, in artichokes protect against bacteria, fungi, parasites, and viruses. And of course, antioxidants lessen the damaging effect of free radicals. And these molecules cause cell damage that might increase your risk of cancer, autoimmune disease, and Alzheimer's, these pesky free radicals. So this is interesting. Research from the USDA found that artichokes have the second highest antioxidant content of all vegetables. Only beans fare higher. So 1 cup of artichoke hearts has close to 8,000 total antioxidants. Number 3, they can help lower cholesterol. So cynarin, a phytochemical in artichokes, can lower cholesterol. Cholesterol, that waxy substance that collects in your arteries, it can lead to coronary heart disease. And, we want to really watch our cholesterol levels over the age of 50, particularly women. So a study of people who took artichoke leaf extract for 6 weeks showed an 18% drop in LDL cholesterol levels compared with those given a placebo. But even better, eaten in whole artichoke form, you'll get a better result. 4, they can help your digestion. So cynarin also helps your liver to make bile. Now, your body uses this fluid to break down foods, absorb vitamins, and remove toxins. Very important. So in one study, participants took artichoke leaf extract for 2 months. And researchers found a 26% drop in irritable bowel syndrome, IBS symptoms, and a 40% decrease in upset stomach symptoms. Number 5, they can help your digestion. Artichokes also have silymarin. This flavonoid or plant-based chemical protects against liver damage. So as early as the 1st century AD, Greek and European physicians, they used silymarin extract made from dried artichoke seeds and milk thistle plants to treat jaundice and other liver problems. So studies show that silymarin can improve cirrhosis and fatty liver, non-fatty liver disease symptoms, and may even reduce deaths. Number 6, artichokes can fill you up because they're such a rich source of fiber. And there's one kind of fiber in artichokes, which is called inulin, which is actually a prebiotic for really good gut health. And it might help with constipation and other digestive issues. Number 7, protein. Artichokes contain a surprisingly high amount of protein. Just 1 artichoke contains 5 grams of heart-healthy protein. Number 8, artichokes might help lower blood pressure. So a large artichoke has 600 milligrams of potassium, which helps your heart and kidneys work well. Potassium also lowers your blood pressure. In 2021, a systematic review of 8 studies found that taking artichoke supplements for 12 weeks significantly lowered high blood pressure. Number 9, Artichokes may help lower cancer risk. Polyphenols, a type of antioxidant compound, are plentiful in artichokes, and these compounds help your body fight inflammation that can cause cancer. And they can also stop cancer cells from multiplying and growing. And several studies suggest artichokes and artichoke leaf extract can prevent or help manage breast cancer, colon cancer, leukemia, liver cancer, and prostate cancer. Number 10. Artichokes might help you sleep better. So one large artichoke has close to 100 milligrams of magnesium, more than 20% of your RDA. And studies suggest, obviously you know this, magnesium promotes better sleep, especially if you experience insomnia. Many of us do, postmenopausal, and this essential mineral also has electrolytes, which keeps your heart in a healthy rhythm and helps to prevent heart palpitations. So those are the 10 incredible benefits. I hope I don't have to sell you any more on artichokes. So how to cook them? So I just, if I have fresh artichokes like this is how I cook them. And this is something actually I've just recently learned, is I don't cut off the whole stalk. So if you get them like this, try and get them with as long a stalk as possible. I'll just sort of cut off the very end of the stalk here, but I'll keep sort of 2/3 of this stalk, because there's artichoke heart, never realized this until recently, actually in the stem. So what I will do is I will steam the whole artichoke for about 20 minutes. That's generally 20, maybe 30 minutes if they're much bigger. Then I just let them cool down, and you can cut off the stalk then, it'll be nice and tender. Just take off the fibrous kind of outer layers and you'll have this delicious heart that you can serve with the artichoke. So then I stand the artichoke up. Some people sort of stuff the artichoke. I don't do that. I just keep it really simple. So I stand it up like this, and just sort of the leaves come a little bit more open when it's steamed. My favorite way, and my mum used to do this, so she taught me how to do this as a child, is you just pull off the outer leaves and then you just kind of like bite, like pull with your teeth off the little meaty bit at the bottom of the leaf. It's really delicious. And what you can do is have a little dressing that you dip the leaf in. So I use a lot of lovely oil-free dressings, and I dip that in. And you keep on going until you get to the heart. And when you get to the heart, depending on how young your artichoke is, sometimes there's a little sort of thistly sort of crown on the heart, and you'll want to just cut that off because you don't want to eat the thistles. And then you'll have the beautiful heart. And then you can just slice that, dip it in your dressing, and you're good to go. So that's my favorite way of eating artichokes. If you have a way that you love, please let me know in the comments below. Now, when I get them in frozen, you can buy them, sometimes they're packed in jars, packed in oil, or sometimes brine. I prefer brine because when they're packed in oil, they're really, really oily. It's just too oily for me. So if I ever do get them packed in oil, I can either rinse them or really try and get as much of the oil off as possible. In brine, I just rinse them. So you rinse off the sort of salty brine. When they're frozen, obviously, they're just going to be as is, the hearts. And so there are so many ways that I like to enjoy them. So I'll put artichoke hearts very often in my salad because you're getting lots of lovely protein and all the 10 health benefits that I've just gone over. I will put them, you can pot them in a soup. I love to, if I'm making a homemade hummus, I'll very often make a heart hummus. So I'll just throw them in a sort of regular hummus. Or if you have a store-bought hummus, you could even just throw that store-bought hummus in a blender and throw some artichokes in there as well. And it makes it a lot more sort of, not quite the right word, but sort of meaty, more of a sort of yummy kind of dish that you could have, with your lovely, whole wheat pita bread or whatever you're eating that with. I'm trying to think of other ways that I really love to enjoy artichoke hearts. There's so many things that you can do with them. You can do things also like make faux, particularly if you get them packed in brine or oil, you can very easily do a lovely kind of faux tuna sort of salad. I like to pop them in a food processor with chickpeas and maybe some pickles and maybe a little bit of fresh dill, maybe some red onion. I don't have an actual recipe, so please don't ask me for the recipe. I just sort of make these up as I go along. And, you know, a lovely sort of dressing or a sort of little oil-free or a, you know, homemade oil-free mayo, and pop that in there, and it'll make a lovely kind of what I call a smash, you know, that I can put on a salad or put in a sandwich or a wrap. So please, again, let me know how you like to enjoy your artichoke hearts, or how you cook whole artichokes. I'd be very interested to know. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my nutritional information. And make sure, I've got to start saying this on videos, because I've realized now when I'm subscribing to channels, if I don't press the notification button on said channel, I don't get notified and I never catch the new video coming out. So subscribe and make sure you press the notification button, and I will see you next time.